I challenge you to commit to YouTube for the next 90 days. 1 video per week, 12 videos in total. That's it. And I'm not just saying that because it sounds like a nice number, but I've been running a YouTube agency for 6 years and worked with over 100 businesses. And what I found is that 90 days is the exact window where YouTube goes from I don't know who you are to I know exactly who to show your videos to. Because honestly, most business owners never make it that far. They post a couple of videos, check their analytics every 3 hours, see nothing happening, and just convince themselves that YouTube doesn't work for their industry. But the ones who push through those 90 days, I've watched their businesses completely transform with leads coming in every week, sales calls where the client shows up already sold, and most importantly, a library of videos that keeps working for them years after they posted. And the reason I'm telling you to do this on YouTube and not Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn is simple. Because when you post on Instagram, that post is dead in 48 hours. Or when you stop running ads, the leads stop coming. Yet YouTube is the only platform where I've seen 2-year-old videos bring clients today. So these 12 videos you're about to make aren't just content, but 12 assets that will work for you for years. And in this video, I'm giving you the exact plan on what to post, how to find your ideas, how to structure your content so it actually brings in clients, and what to expect along the way so you don't quit when it gets quiet. Let's get into it. Before you record a single thing, you need to get 2 things right: your channel setup and your video ideas. For your channel setup, I'm not going to go deep into this here because I made an entire video walking you through this step by step. But the short version is this: use an aged YouTube channel or a channel that has a few years history with YouTube, prime it by watching content your ideal clients would watch, get your settings straight, get it verified, and put one link, the link to your business offer, in your description. That's it. Now let's focus on the part most people skip, your video ideas, because this is where the entire 90 days is won or lost. Most business owners sit down every week and think, what should I make a video about this week? But that's the wrong approach, because you're going to run out of ideas by week 3 and start making videos nobody wants to watch. Instead, before you post anything, I want you to find 50 to 100 ideas up front. So get yourself the free 1 of 10 Chrome extension and go to YouTube. Look for videos that are getting views in your niche. What I mean with this is look at the videos that are performing outstandingly well. That's why you need the 1 of 10 Chrome extension, as it tells you exactly this. It shows you the video's outlier score, which is basically a score to show how much a video outperforms the channel's average. So you should be looking for outliers with a score of 2x or higher and document all those topics to understand which ones have demand. Next, look on channels outside your niche to find formats that are working on YouTube as a whole. Videos with titles like I found a better way to do Facebook ads or the psychology of making money. Take those formats and see if you can apply them to the topics that you found has demand in your niche. Because when you do this, you're matching a topic that is performing well in your niche with a format that is attracting viewers across YouTube. Then, from your list of 50 to 100 videos, narrow down the 12 ideas that you have the most confidence in. With confidence, I mean you can make a video on the topic and bring through your expertise, and you can package it with a strong format. Now you have 12 video ideas that you know people want to watch, packaged in formats that are already proven to work. Basically, you're not guessing anymore. Instead, you have a plan for the entire 90 days before you've even picked up your camera. So now you're ready to make video number 1, and start with the one you feel most confident about. It will probably be the topic you can talk about in your sleep, because your first video is going to feel uncomfortable no matter what. So at least make sure you're talking about something you know inside and out. But before you sit down to record, write your hook word for word. Your hook is the first 30 seconds, and it's where most viewers decide if they're staying or leaving. You need to do a couple of things in your hook to make it worth for your viewers to stay. First, Validate your title immediately so viewers know they're going to get what they clicked for. Next, build trust with the viewer as fast as possible. You do this by stating why they should listen to you speak about this topic in as little words as possible. And finally, give them a roadmap by teasing what's coming in your video without revealing the entire video to them upfront. After the hook, you should also write a script outline. To do this, go back to the format video you're using as your template and study how they structured it. How did they open after the hook? How did they move from point to point? What kept you watching? So follow the structure of the format, but insert your expertise. And make sure you include 2 call to actions. One right after your hook or in the middle of the video, where you naturally mention how people can work with you. And one at the end where you point viewers to the next video they should watch on your channel. So how do you do this? Well, the CTA at the end of the video is pretty straightforward, because the more videos someone watches of you, the more they trust you and the closer they get to becoming a client. For the mid CTA, here's an example. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, I want to do this challenge, but I genuinely don't have the time to figure out the research, the scripting, the editing, and all the rest every single week on top of running my business, that's exactly what we do at Fast Forward Media. We have helped over 100 businesses become profitable on YouTube, generating millions of views and thousands of leads for our clients. And we all do it for you. The research, the strategy, the script outlines, the editing, the thumbnails, the packaging. We basically run your entire YouTube channel so you can just show up. And if you want us to build this for you, there's a link in the description to book a call to action. See? Just find a natural place in your video to add the mid CTA. Now that you've added your call to actions, you're ready to record. But I need you to hear this up front. Your first video is going to be your worst video. That's not a problem, that's just how it works. Every business owner I've worked with looks back at their first video and cringes. But the ones who posted it anyways are the ones who are now getting clients from YouTube. And the ones who waited until they were ready are still waiting today. So do this for a couple of weeks until you have 4 videos published. Because if I'm honest with you, this will be the hardest part of the entire 90 days. At that point, you've put in the work, you've done the research, you've scripted your hooks, and your videos might be sitting at 100, maybe 200 views. At this point, you're checking your analytics, wondering if anyone is even watching. That's completely normal and the moment where most business owners quit. But what's actually happening behind the scenes is that YouTube is learning. It's figuring out who your audience is and testing your videos with different people. You can't see this happening, but it's building a profile of your channel. So what I want you to focus on during this phase is not your view count, but on getting better. Look at your first video and then look at your most recent one. Is your hook tighter? Is your script more structured? Does your thumbnail look more professional? Are you more comfortable on camera? Because these improvements are what compounds over time. Every video you make during this phase is training you to be better at the thing that is going to change your business. And the views will catch up. They always do. The other thing I want you paying attention to is your comments. Even if you only have a handful of viewers, read what they're saying. What questions are they asking? What did they find most valuable? That feedback is gold because it tells you exactly what your audience wants more of. And remember, you already have your 12 ideas planned out, so you don't need to sit down every Monday morning panicking about what to post this week. You just go to your list, pick the next one and execute. That's the power of doing the research up front. And if you make it past week 7, you're in a completely different position than when you started, because by now you have 6 or 7 videos on your channel and something starts happening that you couldn't have predicted. Your videos start working together. So when someone discovers your newest video, they watch it, they might like it, and YouTube sees that. So the algorithm recommends one of your older videos, which the viewer ends up watching too, and then another one. And before you know it, this person has watched 3 or 4 of your videos in one sitting. That's what we call a binge session. And that's when YouTube really starts paying attention to your channel. Because when viewers binge your content, YouTube thinks people are spending a lot of time on this channel. Let me show it to more people. So it starts pushing your videos out to new audiences, which makes your impressions go up and your views start climbing, and not just on your new videos, but your old ones start picking up too. Remember that first video you posted in week 1 that got 150 views? Don't be surprised if it suddenly starts getting recommended and climbs to 500 or even 1,000 views, because YouTube finally has enough data to know who wants to see it. And this is also the moment when your first leads start coming in, because when someone watches 3 or 4 of your videos, they see your CTA, they click the link in the description and they book a call. And when they get on that call with you, it's going to feel different from any sales call you've ever had, because this person already trusts you, as they've just spent an hour watching you and they reached out because they want to work with you specifically. I've seen this happen with client after client. The first lead from YouTube always catches them off guard. They can't believe someone found them, watched their videos and reached out ready to buy. But that's what YouTube does when you give it enough time and enough content to work with. Now, during this phase, you're also going to start seeing patterns. Certain types of videos perform better than others. Maybe your how-to videos get more views, but your case study videos generate more leads. It's time to pay attention to that, because once you know what works, you just do more of it. This is how you turn YouTube from an experiment into a predictable system. But before you start this challenge, I need to set some expectations so you don't sabotage yourself along the way. First, the initial 30 days are going to be quiet. Your videos might get some views, but you will probably get 0 comments and 0 leads. You're going to look at this and think, this isn't working and not worth my time. But instead it is working. You just can't see it yet, because YouTube is learning about your channel during this period, and that process takes time. There is no shortcut around it. So the worst thing you can do during this phase is check your analytics every single day. I've seen business owners become obsessed with refreshing their YouTube Studio dashboard every few hours, but it will drive you crazy and it will make you want to quit. So I suggest you check your analytics once a week. That's it. The rest of the time, focus on making your next video better than your last one. The second mistake I see all the time is changing your title and thumbnail every time a video underperforms. But you spend hours doing the research until you found a topic with a demand and a proven format. So if the video isn't getting views in the first 48 hours, that doesn't mean your title is wrong. Instead, it means YouTube just needs more time. Sometimes your channel just needs a few more videos before YouTube fully understands who your audience is. You have to trust the research you did and leave it alone. The third mistake is trying to appeal to everyone. Every video should be made for one specific person. The more specific you are about who you're talking to, the faster YouTube figures out who to show your videos to. But when you try to make a video for everyone, YouTube doesn't know who it is for, so it doesn't show it to anyone. And the biggest mistake of all is quitting at week 5 or 6 because you haven't seen results yet. I always tell my clients the same thing. YouTube is like a plant. You're also not planting a seed, watering it every day for 6 weeks, and then digging it up to see if it's growing. If you do that, you kill the thing that was about to break through the surface. So give it the full 90 days. That's the whole point of this challenge. Now that you're committed to the next 90 days, you're going to need to make sure your channel is actually set up to bring the clients in from day one. Because you can follow this entire plan perfectly, but if your channel isn't configured the right way, YouTube will bury your videos before anyone ever sees them. That's exactly why I made this video right here, where I walk you step by step through the process and how to set up a YouTube channel that's actually built to generate clients for your business. From the type of account you need to the settings that most business owners get completely wrong. I'll see you there.